observership of areas in your life where you can lean in and allow for this cleansing to happen for you. So it really is just a great time. There really is a lot of energy on the opposing side of the moon, quite honestly. So with all of that, let's start with the season of Libra, since this goddess of the night is in your quadrant. So just know, Libra, you've got the power. I love that song. You've got the power. This energy of this full moon, this pink moon, is going to bring this culmination of a significant personal project, maybe an endeavor that you've been very, very, very focused upon that means the world to you. So really stand in your illumination and demand your worth, your value in all aspects of your life. I see this like shining out in all of the quadrants of your natal chart. Demand your worth in every area, every aspect of your life.
Inshallah and Ashe, just tuning into that. I feel like I have Libra part of my first house, but either way, inshallah and Ashe, blessings to you, you 300 plus energetic magical beings. Thanks for joining me. So how has this Libra pink moon been feeling for you? Are you ready, or are you feeling how the universe is always working in our favor, our flavor, when our relationships, partnerships, careers, value, all the things? The universe really does have our back, our emotional foundations, and it's time to really partner up with ourselves, growing into or growing our faith and beliefs that things are really working out for our best, our highest good. So welcome to the Libra full moon. And for most of us, the goddess of the night was apexing during our sleeping time. But tune into the sensation of that. But also, turn on the notification bell. Go ahead and hit the white rabbit. Do that right now. It's really the only way to ensure that this algorithm is going to give you the nutritional quotient that we all deserve, the value quotient, knowing we are essential. But while we're waiting for people to hop on, tune into the live, listen to the replay, or tune in the afternoon, whatever timeline you're on. We do have our root channel online, our crown center, the divine, the great spirit, being a conduit for or of spirit, our intuitive gifts. We have them all, we all do. Divine timing, being a voice. Take a breath, be in the pause, the inhale, the exhale, really taking it all in, all of it. This is a subconscious energy, an energy where you may actually get a reaction from our root center, the safety, security, the fight, the flight, the freeze, all the things being embodied actually. Why? Because our intuitive channel, our prophetic vision center screen, our spiritual divine connection is literally alerting us, showing us, or telling us, hearing sister, something about our actions that we are taking, or ones that we may have been considering in our day-to-day life. Our higher self, our spirit self, our Sira, along with our guardians, gatekeepers, etc., beings in the unseen, are just kind of really activated. They're chiming in to really support our heart in remaining open to our surroundings, our environment, the messages that are possibly, more than likely, our otherworldly spirit team, our higher awareness octave, is really delivering, whether it's a download or maybe it could even be a spiritual mailbox even. I'm thinking sigils, signs, symbols, could be anything, really. Either way, spirit is the conductor, guiding us to our best choice, opportunities, doors opening in the upcoming days, if not today. So meditation, connection is really the key asset, the ingredient, being in sacred space, tuning in, connecting, being a conduit, the genies for intuitive feelings that we may be receiving if we're opening that door. So the Libra full moon is really showing us, gifting us with this unveiling, this unwrapping, revealing who is standing with us and who no longer is. Like, you might be letting go of things that are no longer serving you. They might have served you once upon a time, but they're not in soul service now. So this is all the outcome of the divine plan, faith. So everything is working out for our highest good. We are right where we are meant to be. Nobody's broken. Nobody needs to be fixed. Things happen for us, not to us. We are always whole. We are always complete. no matter where we are. There is no need to see this or feel as if this is some kind of toxic positivity or spiritual bypassing. That seems to be a thing or a word, I don't know, a label. So how do we grow the faith and the belief that everything's always working out for us? I can't say that, you could conjure up faith or, create faith. I sense that faith is this natural occurrence that just happens, or a knowing. Let's just call it a knowing instead of a belief, an inner knowing, okay, right? So I think it's that's the natural occurrence that just happens once we've had enough firsthand experiences where we just start to say, oh, okay, now I know this. I got the memo, like you just know. So we see the sunrise every single day of our life, so we know it's going to rise tomorrow. That's kind of the frequency, the feeling. And the reason that I personally have that knowing that everything is always working out for us, now it's not to say that I don't have my own energetic hiccups myself, or that I don't feel pain, or I haven't or don't suffered in some way, but sometimes I have the limited perspective and I go, oh, I don't know how this is working out yet, but I know, however, that it is. And the reason that is, and maybe you can do this for yourself as well, there's many times in my life in which I have experienced something that I had assigned the meaning that, oh, this is terrible, this shouldn't be happening, it's traumatic, or whatever it is. And then years later, I reflect, I look back, and I realize that all of the blessings that had actually created for me in my life, and the path that it actually put me on. There are several parables that you could kind of resonate with this. I really just did an interview for my podcast yesterday. This podcast, however, is set to be released in the fall, but it's called The Enlightenment Project with Jonathan Robinson. And in his book, he had a parable. That's why I brought that up. Parables are fascinating. And also, in case you didn't know, with my subscribers hitting my goal for March, for a limited time, I actually added a 50% discount. It ends tonight at midnight, of my high-ticket offerings: Change Your Stars, Voices of the Other World, The Energy Body Demystified, Secrets of the Other World, and Soliciting Solitude. I believe we all need to do that. But the coupon code is PINK, P-I-N-K, all capitalized. So with that, welcome to the Daily Snippet. Once again, I am your host. I'm a practicing holistic shaman, medium, and otherworldly life coach, and a subtle energetic surgeon, a reflector by design. And I do go by the term holistic shaman medium, which is just a combination, a merging of them all. But my intention is to utilize the indigenous technologies, the elemental, the imaginal realms, our original divine blueprint, the star I believe we all are, to navigate our soul's harmonic through these realms, dimensions, portals, gateways, the cosmos, and really more. I love the elementals, if you know me. With offerings, prescriptions, ritual, the otherworldly kind possibly, or the physical world, just bringing us back to our origins to really add to the juice. Our main stage container. Rituals, to me, the elementals are the origin, the herbs, they're food for our soul, our personal medicine, activating our prime directive. We all have a gift and purpose, and opening that door so your light shines brighter. There's no reason to have a dim light. My name is Tanya D, and welcome to my virtual medicine room. And of course, again, if you've yet to subscribe to my channels, please do, YouTube or otherwise, just to be in that connection. Tanya D on YouTube, Musing with Tanya D, my podcast. And the season of Aries, taking faith to the stage of who we are. Before I go any further, let's give a shout out once again to the village. My village is growing. The tribe is excelling. Thank you for referring your friends, to all the peeps entering the community, new subscribers. I just always appreciate and like to give a voice of acknowledgement, validation. New friends and guests, welcome to the show. You have arrived. And also, of course, those of you that have tuned in since the beginning of my journey and refer back to me to enlighten your stage. It really does take a village, a tribe. And I always appreciate gratitude and blessings. It's just a way of paying it forward. So thanks for joining in. And even those that do tune in later to the replay. And just remember, a comment if you do feel you're in need for a message for your day. Sharing is just another way of paying it forward. We're all on this cosmic highway together. You could, of course, also find me on TikTok, Instagram, etc. Just remember, I'm your otherworldly shamanic reflecting assistant. You are your own healer, but sometimes we do need an otherworldly life coach assistant, myself included, to get us out of our own magical way. So the daily snippet, what do I talk about here? Well, the daily snippet, what's it all about? The cosmic highway, the planets, the insights, we're all this choreography, the outer world, the galactic corridor, elementals there. And by design, I do follow the lunar energies of the moon through the seasons, through the gates. And our root channel, feeling the physicality, physical empathy. It's a kinesthetic gift. A lot of people are very kinesthetic in the physical. Empathy channel, they don't even know it. We tend to associate just our feeling empathy, a lot of us. But it's about manifestation and taking our words out into the world upon the stage for the world to see or hear our voice, taking or using our voice to bring a manifestation to the stage. And today it's ordained kind of divinely or orchestrated by the divine connectivity to that channel. And the elementals, the 4 pillars. I do a mystery guest utilizing the 4 pillars on Sundays in the Rising of the Origins. It's my private community. And the subtle energies, the energy centers. So we have the root center, we have the heart, we've got the throat, and we have the crown, all kind of percolating today. And the channels and the pathways, which I utilize the 4 pillars for, along with our auric fields. But today's energy is divine timing. It's an action plan, acting on behalf of the divine's message, channeling that in. I really love this energy. Honestly, I'm a 16 rising and we have a 16 day. So for me, this is moving me into my resources, coming to me. It's actually a death. It's the 8th house for me, an ending. So I can really set the stage for a new beginning, along with the moon navigating through my house of values. So I'm balancing the harmonics. So this is our inner spiritual self, our faith, intuition, psychic vision, all sense perception, subconscious, otherworldly energy, all mixed with who we are. It's almost like we've got the galactic federation of forces of spiritual bliss surrounding us, assisting us on who we are. So feelings actually may be triggered, things we sense that are under the streams percolating, subconscious streams, universal streams of grace. To avoid overreacting or being triggered, often I see triggers as growth periods, but really taking a moment, a breath, hitting our pause point, the zone of neutrality, before we respond to anything or something. In our essence, our higher self, our Sira, is really weighing in on what to do. So it's a very important moment, a step where when we aren't able to take the pause point, be in neutrality, emotional neutrality, our ego blocks our divine channel, our intuition, even our subconscious clues, signs, sigils. With our intuitive gates open, along with our ability to really be a conduit, the genie even, to the divine, the oneness, the nanoparticles. So maybe you realize an aspect of who you are that your ego energy has been denying that to surface. So it's like a solution, a warning, an alert signal, or a fresh new opportunity, a path to take, a direction might just rise or come to the surface. Bless the gods. I mean, you may also be having a reflection, a self-realization that a path that literally once felt amazing, I almost dropped the F-bomb there, perfectly aligned, now literally it feels off, it's dissipating, it's ill-fated, the timing is wrong, it's not of essence. And you may also have a moment where you reflect. The Great Spirit is really offering insight into spiritual lessons, getting those spiritual memos about our actions, even our behaviors that have literally brought us to where we're at this far in our lives. So coming to a life-altering turning point in our spiritual journey, which is another journey we can go on, discovering maybe a higher motivation for what we authentically are planning to do or to navigate. And that it feels like a nomadic spiritual journey, really, but it's a magical moment to forgive ourselves for all of the mistakes, giving ourselves a prescription, possibly, written by the Great Spirit, the divine, for a full active recovery, a full pardon for future behaviors. It really is. It kind of feels like a water ritual, cleansing, a birthing a new. It's really like the karma to the dharma, which I've kind of been talking about for the last few days. So it's vital to do a check-in with our spirit body, just like we check in with our physical body. Take your spirit vitals, tuning into your intuition. And what does your future plan look like? What does your spirit have in store for you? Be an observership. What you have really spiritually learned since the same time last year. Did you get the spiritual memo? That's what I'm kind of feeling into. So just a few announcements. We do have the goddess of the night. We're still in the frequency of that. The Libra pink full moon. We still have this energy. I feel like we're doing the cosmic dance, really. It's in the middle. So just tune into the Musing Moon meditation for some insights there. And for fun, I mean, it's Thursday. You should know this, right? But Thursdays, I always have a new podcast gets released. And today we have Marissa Nicole, the modality of letting the mind go. She's our artist for today. So excited. Tune into the podcast episode to tune into that. Apple, Spotify, TanyaD.tv on podcast. Sundays, I do have a mystery guest, a 4 pillars chart, and the rising of the origins. It's my private community. And we do have the Witcher's Way to Manifestation, which I'm stoked about. Because we all manifest differently in this thing called life. We all law of attract differently. We all have different values. So it's just unique. It's a layering. It's a building of our emotional foundation, our energetic boundaries, and possibly going into these root chambers before we arrived on planet Earth. So there's a lot happening for us. If we could just focus into that perspective, things change magically when we get out of our own way sometimes, right? But on the elemental highway, we have a Yang Wood horse of a day. Now remember, Yang Wood is the day master that needs all of the elementals for balance. So our day has the mountain, the dragon, the sun, a meadow, a river, and our day needs metal. Metal to assist in bringing us power, courage, to be embodied, breath work, breathing, the letting go. Listen to the podcast. The inhale, the exhale. So this is an energy of determination. Being determined about initiating something, changing, shifting, life transforming, being a leader, being seen. Wealth, yin fire is performance, and action energy, fame, charisma. Yin earth in the horse is wealth, money, assets, coming from a mate, a partner. Fire represents the creativity, the performance energy for a nature, day master, or wood. The month has optimistic performance, being seen. And the sun shines everywhere. What a great month to have. And the horse is a nice warming candle, possibly shedding light onto something drastic or radical in how you're seen out into the world. An outburst of a flame, a spark. So what's curious about our day is the heavenly stems are all in support of the animals. What does that look like? So the yin water on the gear is feeding or nourishing the rabbit's energy. The yang fire is creating more earth, the mountain, the dragon. And our energy of the day, yang wood, is feeding the horse. I find that really curious. It's like the heavens are like raining down upon us and supporting us. And the dragon is wealth for a yang wood. It's wealth coming from these unseen resources. It possibly could even be a debt. It could be an inheritance. I tend to stay on the optimistic side. The yin wood is an enemy or hidden enemy. Enemies coming out of the closet. The rabbit is also an enemy to our day as well. But the yin water is health, sustaining resource, a bubbling spring. It's nurturing, it's feeding us. And these opportunities that are in storage, they're coming out. And the heavenly universe is also bringing support, the yin water on the year. What a magical freaking full moon blissful day. But metal, our day has 0 metal or minerals. So it really is about letting go. We do have the liver, the gallbladder channels, the energy circulation, life force. We have the heart, the small intestine, nutrients, red blood circulation. We have the stomach, and we also have the bladder. So things are moving, but metal, we need metal to bring our day into balance, courage, being a leader, being your own authority, direction, your power, your voice, using your voice, journaling even. So I just feel like it's amazing myself. Okay, and then the message for the day, I mean, it's just adding up perfectly. We have the magician, the one, heartfelt magic, initiating an action to take, a divine magic plan, the magician. And we all, everybody, we do need some heartfelt magic. I absolutely love it. But this is unused potential. So are we letting our gifts and our talents just lay dormant under the rug? Are our intentions questionable? Is there some unquestionable manipulation? Maybe we're feeling maybe selfish. Maybe we're unfocused. This creativity energy, divine spirit energy, maybe that's what's blocked. But the magician is bringing us this powerful message of creation potential. It's opening the door. And we do have everything we need to succeed. We've got the elementals. So it's bringing in all of this energy, this badass manifesting energy from the galactic core, I would say, the universe, the cosmos. All of our skills, we have them. We have everything we need at our fingertips. So it's a message to go create using divine faith, the universe really having our back, activating our magic, flowing through our veins, focusing our energy, willpower, desire, intentions, especially with the energy of the moon, and action. Who am I? When we consciously step into our divine willpower, personal power, metal, decide to commit to or shape the material world in this way, metal is used to prune nature. That's why it's needed, so it doesn't get out of control. So every breath in, every breath out is an opportunity to carve out new meanings, new perspectives in this reality, this dimension. So if you're unsure of your ability to create the life your heart authentically desires, trust in the dormant or the undiscovered, yet to be revealed potentials that resides within each and every one of us. So if you're feeling a little less than inspirited, it's a reminder to find our inner muse. Find your spark, your inner cauldron of fire, your why, your gift, your purpose. So with everything we need sitting right in front of us, it's like the giant cauldron, the Great Spirit, a universal cauldron, today especially. So what is it that your heart desires, heartfelt, to really bring to life? Like, what do you want to birth anew? The universe is moving us. And what intention can you set or bring forth to really do today to initiate that, bringing it one step closer into fruition or into reality? So we have the energy to manifest the life we desire through the energy of the day and the action Mars. So I would say that I am initiating great change, just opening my heart to the divine, connecting myself to the oneness, my inspirited self, and really doing a breath and a pause as maybe you make a list, assessing a plan of action with our intuition, our inspirited truths, the ideas. The best way to connect to the divine's plan and our highest escalated good, the universe is always working in our favor. Just saying that out loud, the universe is always working in my favor. And it's opening up our heart to the greater spirit and taking in all of these opportunities, ideas, visions laid before us. And when we fully open up our heart, laying out all our plans, all the ingredients upon the great spiritual altar, that otherworldly shrine, the universe, God or goddess, will have us and give us the truth we're actually looking for, spiritual truth, if we are open to receive it. Sometimes we're not in receivership. We're great at giving, but we're not great at receiving. But there's a whole nother gambit to that. But may the force be with us on this day, the force of the divine. The universe is aligning us with our fabric, the threads of our destiny. I would also affirm that I'm a particle of the oneness, the divine plan. We are love incarnate, love authentically. So the blessings of an opportunity to be on the planet at this time, things happen in divine timing, happening for us. Often we don't see the blessing until later. Brings me back to faith. Things are eternally unfolding. And if we can it's not to say that, that we don't feel pain or something like that, but let things unfold organically, naturally, having had a certain amount of experiences now in my own life where I've seen the connections and I go, oh, that's how it was always working out in my favor, working out for me, right? And you can do the same thing as well. If you really think about it and you can't see what's happening yet, it just means that it hasn't fully unfolded at this moment to fully show us or you why it's working out for the greatest good. So just assign that meaning that life is always working out for our highest good, the greater good. You'll begin to see more and more and more come into fruition. And I hope many of you can relate. So with that, I say ashe, blessings, and I'll see you on the other side. I know I was early today. I'm still unpacking my studio. things happening for me. I'm getting moved. It's great. Just, it's the blessing. Sometimes we don't recognize it, but I'll see you on the other side. Ashe.
Them and wish for them to be more often around them and bring them that fortune, right? People only blame others and live in that consciousness when they're suffering and effects that they don't want to experience. Now, what I said is critical because it means one thing. What it means for you is that you, yourself, no one else is the cause or the creator of the circumstances you now experience in your life. And just to give some more depth to this from the perspective of, yeah, there are people that come and play in our life, right? They would say, oh, but I didn't wreck my car. This guy back-ended me or rear-ended me yesterday. Or this guy was who ripped me off, this scammer or whatever. Yes, they did. They're an agent of this law of cause and effect that is coming